Alright. I always been wanting to make some sort of like real life fucking video or something and like do some fucking shit like that, but I never have any ideas of what to do, and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I can talk about not being a fat fuck anymore and how I did that. Because, I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of people out there nowadays that are overweight, huh? I mean, we have more obesity today than we've ever had in the world, so so I thought that I would make a little video explaining my process of how I did that, my reasoning, X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Let me preface it as well. This video is not to fucking stroke my ego and like, oh, so fucking, oh, look at me. Like, no, it's, if one fucking person ends up seeing this and go, I could do that too, fuck it, yeah, I could do that too, I could fucking do it, then hey, or if fucking nobody sees this and it gets 0 views, and 4 years from now it still has fucking 0 views, yeah, I thought I'd just talk about, why, how, when, where, everything, and just give you my experience and just open, honest, straightforward. This is what I went through. This is how I did it. This is how it was, and you can take from that what you want or what you can. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, to get into it, I guess around, let's say maybe 2016, when I was about 16 years old, I think I finally made the decision that I wanted to go to the military. So, number one, numero uno, your why. Why do you want to lose weight? Is it you just want to do it for yourself? You want to be healthier? You don't want to be fucking fat anymore? You want to live longer? You want to have a better quality of life? Whatever your reason is. This was my reason, right? I wanted to go to the military. Not only that, I wanted to do Army Rangers. That was what I was interested in at the time. So that was my big why as to like, I'm gonna get through the fucking door of this weight loss journey because that's what I wanted to do. So basically, I was fat from maybe around 2010, 2011, I stopped playing basketball, started to just fucking eat too much, and over the course of the next 7, 8 years, I did nothing but gain weight. So from basically age 10 to age 17, maybe I'd say, I was just fat. I was the fat kid. I was... I even tried playing football in high school. It was just not, I wasn't fucking athletic after, I used to play fucking basketball, and when I played basketball, I was nice and skinny. I was a fit kid, I was nice and fucking not fucking fat and all that, and it was great. But after you stop playing basketball, then you start eating fucking cookies and chocolate milk for breakfast. You do get fat kind of fast, and then you just kind of and you just keep going and going and going for fucking almost a decade, like I did. You get pretty heavy, yeah. So by the time I was in high school, I've been this height for a while. So I've been like 6'2" for a pretty long while. So I was about 265 pounds at 6'2", which, if you don't know, it's fat. It's really fat, and that's super heavy, and that's too much, huh? Too much, especially at that height, and I wasn't like fucking like big Samoan guys. It was just gross. And so basically, I started that journey kind of when I started football, but not really, because I was only working out for football, and they were making you. It wasn't a fucking choice. But it did kind of get my foot into the door of like, okay, this is what working out feels like. It sucks, but it's good for you. It's, you know, it sucks, but afterwards, you know, you feel better. You know, you do feel slightly better, and that is totally true. So, you know, that got my foot really in the door to be like, okay, let's work out. Let's do some fucking workouts. And then I quit football halfway through the season because, I mean, there's a multitude of reasons, and maybe I can make another fucking video of that another time of like why I started and why I stopped, you know. But let me just say for now, there was a multitude of fucking reasons, and I said, fuck this. This just sucks. I'm not enjoying myself, you know. So quit that, done that, and then kind of transferred into like working out at home. Sometimes getting like one of those guest passes for a gym. You know, you go fucking pay or whatever. You go with one of your friends that has a pass, and you go for a day with them or whatever. You know, and all that kind of stuff. So I started to slowly get my own discipline going with like losing weight. And once I really, you know, around like after football, after that kind of stuff, you know, I was like, this isn't for me. But I hear about so many people that are like, you know, they're like gonna join the military and gonna do that, and you know, there's a part of me, you know, is fucking as a gamer, you know, I've grown up, I've loved Call of Duty, I've loved those kind of things. I was always kind of interested in military movies and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I was really researching it and going, okay, you know what, yeah, this is what I want to do. So again, that brings us back to my why. I started to, you know, really focus in and go, okay, I want to go to the military so I can't be fat. I mean, I went to the Marine recruiter the first time I went to any kind of military recruiter. I was still 260 pounds, maybe. You know, maybe I lost fucking a handful of pounds. But I went there, I was still fat. And he was like, you know, that's fine. He's like, you know, if you just drop soda out of your diet, which we will talk about when we talk about what I was eating and what really helped me, because, I mean, first and foremost, soda is a fucking, oh my God. Do you want to get fat? I mean, do you want to gain weight? Drink soda. Drink sugary fucking liquids. But again, we'll get into that a little later on when we talk about diet and all that. So I went there. They told me basically you cut that out. We can still work with you and you can go to the fucking military. We can, you know, you can still do that. So I still had the mindset of like, okay, it's not like they told me I couldn't, so I absolutely motivated myself through the time that I lost weight. So, again, your why. Why are you losing weight? Are you losing weight to feel better about yourself, to like what you see in the mirror when you're fucking naked, or do you just want to just be healthy? You know, I mean, there's so many different, you know, reasons of why you could want that. I'm just letting you know, and to preface it, that was my reason, and that was my why. I wanted to be I wanted to be an Army Ranger and do fucking things that are really only cool on a fucking camera. In real life, it's not that dope. But yeah, so I made that promise to myself, and I started. Basically, I would do small things, you know, and I feel like to me that is a really important part of that journey is to start small. If you go straight into, you know, on January 1st, I'm gonna fucking, ooh man, I'm gonna work out so crazy, and oh man, you throw yourself in the fire when you went from I sit on my ass all day to, oh, now I'm going to go run a mile and then go lift weights after and just do all this shit that's basically just going to kill not only your fucking want to continue to do it day after day, because at the end of the day, weight loss is a journey. It's not going to fucking happen overnight. It doesn't matter, I mean, what you do. I mean, now you go Ozempic, I mean, it's 2026. There's about 10,000 fucking ways you can lose weight without actually having to put in the fucking effort. But ultimately, longevity-wise, it is best to put in the effort so that you could build good habits that carry you past this whole shit. Because, again, I lost 90 pounds, but it's a whole nother thing to keep it off. You know, I mean, so basically, 2018, I was fat and nasty, and by 2020, 2 years, I was 175 pounds. I went from 265 to 175 in the span of 2 years. And again, we can go back to the why and the where and the when or the what's. But really it all came down for me was when I started, it was small, but it was also diet, right? People always talk about diet because it is important. It is actually a vital part of all of it, and that is honestly the part that it does make it hard, you know, for people like me included who love to eat. I like putting fucking good flavors in my mouth all the time. Even last night, just last night of me recording this, at like 4 a.m., I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it, and I had like some Nutella, I had some Reese's, and I was fucking just snacking at 4 a.m. So I'm just saying. So, and I do kind of want to add that in to be like, hey, I've lost weight, I've already made the changes, and I still sometimes suck, and I still sometimes just go, I'm gonna have the fucking cake, and what are you gonna do about it? So I feel like now I've earned it, so I can't do that, but that's a whole other thing. But, okay, so I'm just saying, so diet is a massive part, along with starting small, right? I mean, and when I say starting small, I mean, I'm literally talking about, like, take the dogs for a walk. You got dogs. You don't have dogs, you don't have, go for a fucking walk outside. Go put some fucking headphones in, get some music, get a podcast going, whatever the fuck you need. Get outside and walk. And especially now, if you do want to push yourself a little bit, but not too crazy, when you're walking, you know, depending on where you live or what, maybe you could keep an eye out for hills, you know, any kind of an incline. I mean, because I'll tell you, for me, when I first started to work out, I got a gym membership. When I really like made the promise to myself, I got a gym membership, and I would go to the gym with a sweat vest. It was like a vest you put underneath your shirt to make you sweat way fucking more than you would normally, obviously, for weight loss purposes. And I would just hit the fucking treadmill for, I mean, maybe 20 minutes? I mean, 20, 30 minutes? And that was the start. I mean, I've already, you know, I've played sports before. I've done things with my body, so it's a little different. If you've never played sports, never done anything with your body, really, and, you know, you're overweight and you want to go through the weight loss journey, I mean, I'm not trying to push you off of it, but yeah, it's going to be a little more difficult. It is the first time you're ever fucking using your body, and depending how old you are, you know, I'd say you're 30, and I've never done anything, you know, sports-wise or anything. You know, I've always just kind of been sitting down and shit. It's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking like sugarcoat it. Like, oh man, you can do it. You can do it. I'm not gonna say that you can't do it, but it's gonna be like a ooh shit. Like, and that's where I come back to starting small, right? If you just go straight into this, regardless if you've ever done anything, start small. For me, that was small because I was so fucking motivated to go to the military that I was like, in my mindset was like, I need to destroy myself every time I go to the gym or every time I work out, because for what I wanted to do as a fucking occupation kind of involved that on a regular basis. So I mentally, for me, it was different because I was like, I want to do that and get used to that, because that was just, I understood that had to happen, but I understand for most others, that's just going to put you off of it and go, nah, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. Like, it's going to make those days where you go, oh, I just want to eat cake, I just want to eat donuts. It's going to make it even harder to say no to that and get yourself in the gym because you're like, it's going to be so grueling, I'm going to be so tired. It's going to suck. You can't do that to yourself. Start small. Start with a fucking walk around the neighborhood. Maybe put some of them fucking the 5-pound dumbbells or whatever, 3 pounds, however many pounds you want. Walk around the neighborhood. I mean, those kind of things. You know, I mean, I think most people, you can imagine what starting small looks like. And I mean start small. Not like ooh, I'm going to start small in like this Joe Rogan sense. Like that, no. I'm going to start small in the fucking military. No. Start small. Like, literally, I have not worked out for a long time, right? Okay, so I've lost weight a while ago, but I have not worked out for quite some time. Until recently. I've been doing a little more. I'll do a few pull-ups. I'll do some body weight squats, some push-ups, some planks, some, stuff like that. Calisthenics. Easy. I mean, not easy. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to fucking lift all this heavy weight all the fucking time. Like, you can just do it with your body. Do some fucking mountain climbers. Do some burpees. Do some shit that... It sucks. It sucks because it works. It sucks because it's doing its job. That's why it sucks. So... that is also something to note while going into this is when it starts to suck, when you go, oh, it's hard, and oh, you feel all that lactic acid in your muscles, and you're just, oh, guys, that is when your body is actually fucking changing, basically. I mean, now, I'm not a fucking expert, but I'm pretty sure like that's when they say, like, hey, that's when, like, you're starting. Like, that's the start. Like, when you fucking feel like that, that's when your body's really making changes. So if you're just doing it and you're like, right when you feel that, you're just like, oh, I'm done. Like, it has to, you have to make those stupid fucking faces and all that shit because you gotta push past it. That is when it hurts. When it hurts is when you're actually doing the most. Like when you're running and you're just like, you have that fucking cramp in your side. You're just, and it feels like you just got fucking stabbed and are continuing to run. Yeah, it's because you're actually doing shit. You're not just sitting on the fucking couch anymore. And you're making your human fucking body move. Yeah, it's gonna feel a lot different than going like this. And scrolling. Or whatever the fuck you're doing. And again, I'm not trying to say, like, I am an absolute fucking addict for video games and fucking dopamine through scrolling, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to fucking sit here and be like those asshole gym YouTubers that are like, I'm so healthy and just fit. You stupid and fat. Like, it's not like, I understand that, most people who are overweight, that's just your coping mechanism, right? Everyone has their way to cope. Maybe some people smoke cigarettes. Maybe some people do meth. I don't know. I mean, fuck. I mean, you have all the options. Some people, including myself, chose food. Food's, it's not like it's a fucking drug. It's not a thing like that, right? So you're just like, well, I mean, it's a cookie. It's a cookie. I'm not sucking dick for a crack rock underneath the underpass. It's not that bad, but it's still not fucking healthy for you. But there's also one little note I want to add is this. I forgot to say his entire time. Now, everyone likes their supplements, right? Everyone, I'll take this protein powder, I'll take this pre-workout, I'll take this, I'll take that, I'll take this. I was never anyone like that. I never took pre-workout. I would work out, tired as a motherfucker, dragging my body along, like to where I am literally, like, barely even doing anything. But still better than nothing, right? But I would never be that person because I would do this. I don't know how to fucking. I mean, this is confusing, huh? I would do that. That was my fucking, whatever you want to call it. You know, that was my additive. That was my substance. That was my thing that was like, hey, running sucks. Sometimes I don't want to work out. I don't want to do that. Guess what? Smoke a little weed first. Partake in a little cannabis. It makes it a little better. I mean, if you've ever done it, I think you understand what I mean. You know, if you've ever worked out or run or do anything like that, while smoking weed, not while you're smoking weed, like, you know, you get high and then go fucking do it. It is a game changer. I mean, it is definitely a game changer. So I'm not saying that, like, you know, if you want to lose weight and you don't smoke weed right now, don't go fucking smoke weed because the fucking dude in the Pulp Fiction fucking t-shirt and the weed beanie on YouTube told you to. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying for me, personally, it helped. Right? It helped to have a little thing that kind of, you know, made those things suck a little less. But I'm not going to sit here and try to, like, lie to you to be like, oh, I never fucking took anything. I was high 99% of the time when I was working out. And that is to go to say, and I only smoke indica as well. So, for all the people that are like, oh, fucking weed heads are lazy, they don't want to do shit. I fought the munchies and did nothing but work out for 2 fucking years. Still smoking weed every single day. So, I mean, for what that's worth, go to show, not every fucking stoner is a lazy piece of shit. Alright. Some stoners just like weed. And that's it. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to diet as well, I can tell you that. So basically, I would always say that, you know, eating clean and doing all this, you know, I'm going to totally transform my diet. Like, I mean, I did. I mean, you know, I went from eating bullshit late at night, you know, which is the worst time to eat. I mean, like what I told you I did last night. I fucking ate a whole bunch of bullshit at 4 a.m. Not good. That is the last thing you want to do if you don't want to gain weight. That is number one for gaining weight. If you want to fucking gain weight, yeah, stuff your face and then go right to fucking bed because your body will just store that as fat, basically, because you're not going to do anything with it. You're not exerting any energy. Like, even like right now, this exerts energy. This uses calories just doing this. But if you're just doing that, yes, you do burn calories when you're asleep, but not enough if you're just stuffing your face with candy right before you go to bed. So that's another thing. That is one thing to note is you do not fucking eat late at night. Like if you say, I have a bedtime, right? If you got to get up and go to work every day or school, wherever the fuck you're going, I have to be to sleep at 11 p.m., let's say. Let's say you got to be asleep at 11 p.m. Don't eat anything. Anything. Past like 9. You know what I'm saying? If you got to go to sleep at 11, this is just now it may not work for you or whatever, but this is just my recommendation through my experience. Do not fucking eat for at least about 2 hours before you go to sleep. Because if you're just fucking shoving your fucking face full of bad shit and then just going straight to bed, guess what? You probably literally just gained 1 pound or something. Like, I probably not, but I'm just saying, if you have that mindset, you get away from that quick. Because you go, oh, no, it is no bueno, because it isn't. It is not. It is no bueno to do that. But again, back to the diet. Eating cleaner does. I mean, diet is almost. It's almost all of it. And you always hear that from people who lose weight, and it's just like. Most cliche things to say are they feel cliche because they're so fucking true because people say them all the time. So it just becomes like this, it feels cliche to say. It's actually just fucking true. Like, you need to, especially in the mornings, like, are you someone who wakes up in the morning and has, like, Frosted Flakes? Have some fucking Apple Jacks? You have some hefty waffles or something like that. Like, that is something you gotta cut that shit out immediately. I mean, the first thing you do when you wake up, either you can intermittent fast, which you could go. I can make a whole other video on fucking intermittent fasting because there's so much to go with it. You can Google intermittent fasting if you've never heard of it. It is something that also helped me big time in losing weight, but also had to kind of like, you have to train your body for it. I mean, that's why it's like, even though we're talking about weight loss, there is so much with intermittent fasting, at least in my experience while doing it, that you literally kind of have to like change your entire body over time. Like over showing your body like what we're doing. And because, basically intermittent fasting is if you fast for a majority of the day and you basically just leave like, so out of a 24-hour day, you leave a small window around the afternoon to nighttime in which you can fucking eat food. Eat good food, but like when you wake up, I'm not eating. Like, I still do this to this day, most of the time. Like 99% of the fucking time. When I wake up, I will not eat anything for, it depends, 4 or 5 hours, It totally just, and for people who want to, like, get big muscles and, you want to lose weight and get, like, fucking just huge and, you want to, like, really keep muscle mass, I would not recommend intermittent fasting. Right? That is how you just kind of, like, you lose weight and keep it off from that. But that is, if you want to actually, like, if you're like 300 pounds, you're like a big 300 pounder. Because I wasn't a big 300 pounder. Like, I wasn't like fucking, my arms were huge, my legs were huge. I was just fat. My tits and my belly. And that was it. So I was like literally held most of the weight right here. And my dick, of course. But literally. So for me, it was like, losing weight, because I'm built to be skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am built in some ways, like when I was a kid, to be skinny. And I wasn't always like a big kid. I was kind of a skinny kid. I played basketball. Like, I was a skinny fuck. So, for me, losing weight just meant, getting this away. Like, just losing this. But again, that came to diet big time, you have to watch what you eat. Like, for me, I went from eating, maybe like those little Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches in the morning, which aren't bad for you. They have good protein, they have good stuff, or having like, I even had, some of those like little breakfast corn dog type deals. Those are all good. They're tasty, they got protein, but they also have a lot of like, sugar and carbs and all that, So for me personally, when I really made the change for diet, I went from like, so an ordinary day for me in eating would be like two fried eggs in the morning. I'd fry up some eggs, Maybe put a little hot sauce on them, a little salt, a little pepper, like nothing too crazy. It's a fucking fried egg. I don't know if you're gonna put sugar on that motherfucker or something, but don't do that. There's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, don't season. Like, I didn't fucking follow that absolute absurd fucking mindset when it came to losing weight. Like, oh, I can't have 2 fucking shakes of pepper because there's just too much like, it's pepper, you fucking pussy. Put it on. So basically I had 2 fried eggs in the morning. For lunch, I would have, let's say, a can of tuna, right? And for dinner, maybe if we had any kind of like chicken breast or anything like that. I mean, those are just, I mean, that's ideal. You know, if we had fucking, you know, chicken breast, not fried, not fucking, you know, just chicken, put that motherfucker on the grill. You know, I mean, my dad marinates it in teriyaki and does all that, so I mean, it's delicious. But the teriyaki is a little bad because it's obviously sweet and there's sugars. But again, for me, I feel like that's fine. I mean, if you're actually putting in the work, you're actually going to the gym and genuinely putting, like, I don't mean to sound like one of those absolute gym douchebags. It's like, you gotta put in the work. Like, I'm saying, like, you know, there's a lot of people, especially my time going to the gym, there's a lot of people in that motherfucking building that aren't working out, really. I mean, they're on their phone, they're texting, they're scrolling, they're fucking just sitting there on the machine, they're watching the TV. You know, like, when I was in the gym, yes, I would watch the TV too, but I would just put headphones in, have some music, and I would just go to town, dude. Go to town for 30, 40, 60 minutes. And then get out of there, you know. I literally, as I'm doing shit, I'd watch people just texting, like they're not doing shit. So I'm saying, like, so when you go to the gym and to do that, I mean, that's also a big point I want to make is to genuinely and honestly analyze yourself, right? I mean, self-awareness is a big part of weight loss, right? Like to understand, oh shit, it's better for me to not eat that fucking chocolate cake and go do 10 push-ups instead or whatever, right? But again, self-awareness and understanding, oh hey, that workout was kind of lackluster. It wasn't that great, you know, maybe I was a little tired, maybe I didn't fuel my body enough with enough good shit to actually do it. So I'm just like, but again, you have to have honesty with that and self-analyze and go, okay, that wasn't, I could have went further. And then when you know that, next time you do it, you go further. You go to the extent of which you go, okay, I actually feel good about that. You know, and not just making it up in your head to be like, oh, I walked across my front lawn. I make it up in my head that I feel good, so I feel good. Like, you know, no. Be honest with yourself. Was that far enough? Could you have gone far? Or did you just make excuses and tell yourself, you know, the couch sounds so good right now, you know? Like anything like that. Like, be honest with yourself. To go, that wasn't a lot. I could have done more. And next time, do more. Or, okay, I didn't drink enough water today. Let me make sure to drink enough water. Let me make sure to get enough food. Let me make sure to eat good things before I go to the gym. Let me not have a stack of fucking pancakes, right? Like, let me not do that. Let me have some hard-boiled eggs and some fucking salad. Yeah, to people who love food, it sounds so boring. But it's what you have to do, right? I mean, and that's a part of losing the weight, right? Is doing shit that sucks. And that's the whole thing with discipline, right? I mean, with losing weight and starting that journey, it is going to be 0 discipline to 100, right? Like, you're starting, I'm sure, at a 0. If you're someone that goes from I do nothing all day in any sort of physical way, and now I want to, like, lose weight. Like, yeah, you have literally all the excuses in your mind lined up. You have all the bad things lined up already, and you just have to work to balance those and to change that and to go, instead of making excuses of why I can't, I can make excuses of why I still can. You know, you don't have to, and that's easier said than done, right? I mean, you're always gonna have days where you go, holy fuck, I do not want to work out. You know, it's like, dude, I'd shoot myself in the foot if it would mean I did not have to work out. And obviously, it's never that serious, but on those days, I'm sure the people who understand. On those days, you're like, dude, I'd fucking fight a dragon butt naked before I'd actually go to the gym. But that's where the discipline comes in, right? Like, and for me too, again, it was the why. What, right? I mean, why do I even want to lose weight? You know, for me, it was the military again, right? And so I had my why, I had my reason to push me through those days. You know, I remember telling myself, on those days, I'm like, dude, doing what you want to do, this isn't a fucking option. Like, this would not be an option. If like, I imagined, like, I'm a fucking Army Ranger and that's my fucking job for real. We have to get up at fucking the butt-ass crack of dawn to run fucking X amount of miles and do all this. I'm like, dude, there's not gonna be fucking days where I'm like, I just want to eat pancakes. Like, we got terrorists to kill, motherfucker. Get up. So, like, I had a whole different mentality, right? But at the end of the day, that's why your why is important. Your why, and that is why I started this video with that, because that is going to be the thing that carries you through the whole thing. Now your why might even change, too. Because mine did. You know, after a while, by the time it was 2020, and I was already, you know, I was light, I was fucking too light. I mean, I literally went from fat to, I was so skinny that most of my family members would be like, are you okay? Are you sick? Do you have the Magic Johnson? Like, nah, I just actually am skinny now to the point where it's like kind of even gross. Like, way too skinny. Like, my fucking legs were like, right? It was like this whole big thing of like, I went from wanting to go to the military to now it's just like a habit, right? Like, doing that, but then once I really made the decision to not go to the military, that's kind of why I haven't even really worked out for like the last 5-6 years. Like, it's been a while, man. Like, I've been doing a whole bunch of other shit, and now the last few years I've been just like, you know, putting so much fucking effort towards streaming and YouTube and content creation for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, blah, 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 you know, whatever. So I just don't work out a lot. But again, those are all just excuses, right? Like we were just talking about. You can make reasons why you can't do it, or you can make reasons why you can. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm not making excuses. I just said I have not fucking done it. I've absolutely chosen not to, and I've absolutely lost, like, most of my strength and most of my muscle mass over the last 5 or 6 years. But to me, I'm like, it's fine. Because you know what? I feel fine about myself still because, you know what? I'm not 265 pounds. Like, right now, I'm 220 maybe. Like, 215, 220? I'm not sure. Last time I weighed myself was about that. So it's around there. So, I mean, it's fucking there. Like, this is fine for me. Like, this is cool. I can still do a single pull-up. I can do a single reverse pull-up, and then I'm like, I'm exhausted. My muscles just aren't there anymore. But that's on me. I mean, you can't fucking blame anything else. I didn't fucking do anything, so I'm weak now. Another good thing with me, when it came to diet and everything as well, was food tracking. Right? Like, I would track what I ate. And, like, every day. So every single fucking thing you put in your mouth, from water to literally do anything, man. You make a list of it to go, and then you, again, back to self-analyzing and being honest. To go, okay, like, for breakfast I had fucking chocolate chip waffles and a tiny bowl of Lucky Charms. That has got to change. Right? Like, oh, but for lunch I did have a salad. I did have a salad, but a chicken Caesar salad. Good. Good. You know, you have to self-analyze. So that was a big part for me as well, was, you know, really tracking what I was eating and making sure that I was honest with myself. To go, okay, yeah, we need to change it. If I want to lose weight, no more soda. You know, like I said before, soda is, I feel, at least the leading cause of like a lot of people being overweight. You know, people who love soda and love sugary drinks. I mean, I love sugary drinks. Boba, chocolate milk, milkshakes. I mean, come on now. Who fucking doesn't? But sugary drinks will absolutely destroy you, dude. I mean, unless you're doing shit. You know, like how they market Gatorade is for fucking activity. It's for when you're doing stuff. Right? Like, it's for when you're, it's not for when you're just sitting on your fucking ass. Ooh, let me drink all this Gatorade. Like, no, dude. Check how much sugar's in that motherfucker. Even if you have the 0 one, dude, you're still fucking, it's still, just drink water. Just drink water. Because sugary drinks will fuck you. They will fuck you so hard if you stick to those sugary drinks, man. And like literally, because now, for me, habitually, I used to always be someone, right, who would have soda with like every fucking meal. I'd have a glass of soda. We buy 2 liters, so I have a little glass of soda for every fucking meal. Maybe not breakfast, you know, and maybe not lunch either, but at least dinner. So at least one time a day, I'd have that much soda, plus probably more throughout the day as well. So I mean, you're talking. I mean, and now I'll literally only drink soda if we go to a restaurant, or I will literally sip that shit. If we have a 2 liter and I have, say, like a little sandwich or something, some little yummy sandwich, have it, literally sip that fucking shit. Go, oh, okay, cool. Because I know, even still to this day, of how much, when I drink soda, I can tell the difference. I can feel the difference. I feel fat. My tits feel bigger. I mean, you pop a little fucking Dr. Pepper open, tits huge, dude. I don't even sip it yet. Tits just grow. I mean, it fucks you, man. Sugary drinks fuck you. But, yeah, I think the last little points I've been kind of fucking going on for a while here. I only want to make some last points of, so basically, I mean, obviously, from all we've talked about, you kind of boil it down to losing weight is just replacing shitty fucking habits with better habits. That's it. I mean, if you want to boil it down in a simplistic, one-sentence perspective of how you should look at weight loss, changing your fucking habits. Instead of, oh, I feel comfortable with eating cake before sleep. Instead of that, you go, oh, I feel really comfortable having 2 raw fucking eggs in the morning, or having a salad for lunch, or whatever the fuck. And that feels good to me now. Instead of, oh, donuts make me feel good. You know, having donuts and boba for lunch makes me feel good. Now it's, you know, having a chicken Caesar salad with a little water. I feel good. I feel energized. I feel like I ate something good. You know, you go to the gym, right? When you start, it's going to suck. You're going to go, oh my God, I don't want to do this. You just keep going. You keep going. You keep telling yourself. You start small. You can just build up, build up, build up. You know, when you feel like you can do more, do more. When, you know, you want to do less, convince yourself to still do something. You know, all those little things are really what it all boils down to. I know I've been fucking rambling for an absolute shit ton of time. But that's what it comes down to. You know, in all honesty, it comes down to just changing your fucking habits and honestly changing your perspective on food. You know, I mean, look at how athletes look at food. Athletes look at food, and it is fuel. Yes, of course, I'm sure they eat fucking In-N-Out and milkshakes every once in a while. But for them, it's fuel, right? So it depends what fuel you're putting in your body. If you look at this as a vehicle, right? Think about this as your car. Your body is a car that you're driving all the time. If you're putting nothing but donuts and bullshit in there, you're not going to get real good shit out of it. You just can't, right? Like if I go and fill my car up with sugar, what happens? The whole shit is fucked. I mean, now of course we're not a fucking metal vehicle. We're a fleshy vehicle. And it literally shows that sugar fucks both of them up, dude. Both of them. It doesn't matter if you're made of metal or fucking skin and bones. Sugar fucks you up. So, I mean, again, those are like the last few points that I want to make before I will just call it, because I did not realize that this video was going to be almost an hour. But here I am, the rambling man. I'll just say, just change your habits, change your mindset around the whole thing, and of course, start small. And again, all those things are a process. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to start on fucking day one of this shit and go fucking, ooh, I'm gonna fucking attack it, dude. Like you're not. Like, you know, it's gonna suck, if anything. Like your first days of it they're gonna suck. But again, that's why you have to remember your why. Why are you doing it? Why do you want this? Why is that your goal? And let that be your fuel for those days. Let that be your fucking, the thing that projects you to keep fucking going and to keep fucking trying, you know? And with that said, I do want to also add, for one of these last points, is also rest. Right? I mean, with all of that said, with all I've said, rest is also important. Right? Doing hardcore workouts 7 days a week is not necessary. Unless, you know, you're an athlete. You are in the military or something, or doing whatever. Like, then, yeah. I mean, maybe now still not 7 days a week. Rest is important for everybody. You know, but going harder more often than the average person might be needed for people in certain fields or doing things or have certain goals, right? But if your goal is purely, I want to be healthier, I want to lose weight, change your habits, start small, and most importantly, start. Right? I mean, I guess I haven't even mentioned that very important part. You know, I mean, when I mean start small, I mean, I can literally mean, if you're watching this and you're listening to this right now, when this is over, or pause it right now, or do it while I'm still fucking rambling, and do something. Do a push-up, do a squat, do a body squat, do a something. Literally just do like the one thing. Do the one fucking jumping jack. I mean, whatever it is, do it. Show your brain and your body that when I want you to move, you're gonna. I mean, that sounds crazy, it sounds weird, but it's true. To be like, hey. And that's not always just excuse of like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll do it then. Oh, I'm just waiting. No. You stop. You drop everything that you're doing or whatever, unless you're fucking doing something dangerous, then maybe not. You know, like don't fuck if you're holding fire or something. Don't drop it. But you know what I'm saying? You get the idea. Like to do it. You know, don't wait for January 1st. Right? Like don't do that. Don't set this like, oh, I'm gonna do it then, or oh, I'm like, I mean, it's like the whole mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna be happy, but only once this particular thing happens. Like, don't do that to yourself, right? Like, just do it now. Start now. And for that, be happy now, right? Like, whatever. Like, and that's, again, easier said than done. But, I mean, I just do it. Go out there. Go out there and walk around the block once. Go out there and fucking do something. Start. Get there, because, again, I made this video because I'm going to just give you a little bit of how I did it, how I see it, how it went, whatever. But ultimately, I do want to just push people to think that they could do that as well. Because yes, it is hard. Yes, it is fucking challenging. But once you do that, you have like, it's a weird sense of confidence in your ability now. Because now you're like, you know, I didn't do Jenny Craig. I didn't do Ozempic. I didn't do any of that thing. I fought through the flames, through the process. I learned, I failed, I succeeded. I went through the journey of it without having all this other bullshit, you know, without having these fucking meal plans that are ready for you. And of course, if you have the resources to do that, by all means, I guess. You know, I mean, like, I'm not going to tell you, like, I don't have amazing meals ready for you all the time. I'm saying, but not everybody has that luxury, right? Like, not everybody has the money to go on Ozempic or whatever. I don't even know how much it is. But I can tell you that, like I said, like we've stated, building habits, building better habits than what you have now is really just the foundation of it. I mean, that is it. I mean, if you can do that, and if you could start doing that piece by piece by piece, whatever that looks like for you, you can do it. And once you see you can do it, you could see that almost you could do anything, you know. And it's one of those cliche things again and again. A cliche, I feel, is just something that is so true, and it's said so much it sounds like a cliche, but it's just true. Once you see how much you could fucking do when you discipline this, when you tell this to do the better thing, to do the thing that's better for you, you build that habit, you build this foundation. It's all, I mean, literally, like, even now, to me personally, looking back at how I was back then, I can never go back. You know, as much as I love eating, as much as I love just absolutely indulging in the bullshit when you put it in your mouth. I mean, again, just like last night, I did it. But just like last night, I know that I'm being bad. You know, it's like you have this conscious self-awareness of like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Like, this isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't a good thing to be doing, but I'm doing it anyways. And like, I even told myself when I woke up this morning, I ain't doing that tonight. I ain't doing that tomorrow. I'm not doing that for a while. So, I mean, I woke up feeling kind of like shit. I wonder why. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, but once you really change your habits, you change that foundation for yourself. That is kind of the mindset you gain. You know, maybe of course that might look different for you, but like for me now, it's like that's how it is. You know, like I might have a moment of weakness. I want fucking 2 Snicker bars instead of 1. You know, or I want that, or just I want to do and indulge in the bullshit. You know, but you have to have that awareness to go like, oh shit, like I can't do that every night though, right? Like I can't. If I did that every night, I would genuinely start to gain weight again. If I did what I did last night, I would genuinely begin to gain weight again, slowly but surely. Right? Because I'm eating a whole bunch of sugar, a whole bunch of carbs, a whole bunch of bad shit, and then literally went right to sleep. Terrible. I mean, the opposite of what you should do, but I'm just trying to tell you of like, you can build those habits, build the foundation for yourself, do all that, go through the fucking journey of losing weight, and still have moments of weakness, and that's okay. And that is fine. That is a part of the journey, and that's why it's a journey, right? If you beat yourself up too much over those little tiny moments of you know, having a little weakness, giving in to the fucking feeling, right? But if you just beat yourself up over that, just relentlessly, that's where you start to just feel bad again. You go, oh, I'm just gonna keep eating and fuck the gym and fuck you. So, you know, give yourself some room to breathe and to learn and to grow and to fail, right? I mean, and that doesn't just go for weight loss. That's kind of just fucking life in general. I'm just saying, right? Like, give yourself some room. Give yourself some time to learn it and to learn what that process feels like for you. What feels right to you. What feels good to you. And when you see the progress, keep going. Keep remembering your why. Keep rewinding that reel in your fucking head. Why am I doing this? Why did I start this? Right? What is the goal? Why is the goal? Where is the, you know what I'm saying? Why, what, where, when, how, all of it. It is a process. It is a process. Not only that, it is a journey, man. It is a journey that is going to have you blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, it is, again, one of those cliches, but you are going to have to put blood, sweat, and tears, most likely, into doing that. But all it means is when you do it, and when you finally get to that place where you're like, you know what, I feel comfortable. I feel better about myself, and I feel good, dude. You are going to feel, I promise, I promise, when you finally do that, at least in that way, you're going to feel like fucking Superman. Because you're going to be like, dude, I went from that to this all on my own. I didn't fucking take shots. I didn't fucking do all this. I did just pure discipline, will, and failure and success. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went through the motions, and you are going to feel so good. So good, man. So, I know maybe this fucking video was all over the place, and, you know, it was a lot fucking longer than I anticipated. But I think that I hit every point that I wanted to hit, and, yeah, I think that's kind of it, right? I mean, it's just, there's a lot to it, but at the end of the day, it's simple, you know? Like, just don't do what you're doing now, right? Change your habits, change your mindset, change your ways, and that's pretty much it. I mean, and just do that for a long enough time to where it literally becomes you. Because that's inevitable, right? They say it takes a few weeks or months, depending on who you are, to build a new habit, to form a new mindset. Wait it out. Tough it out, right? I mean, it's going to suck the worst in the beginning, and only then. I mean, that's the reality. Once you start building the discipline, building the better habits, doing the thing that is better for you will feel easier and easier and easier. And doing the thing that is bad for you will feel harder and harder and harder. And that's it. You know? And there's really, when it comes to weight loss, when it comes to all of that, there's not really much more I can think of. You know, I mean, that's all that really goes into that. And yes, it was a fucking an hour-ish of me going off about it. But, I mean, think of it as kind of like a fucking podcast, I guess. I don't know. It was a podcast of me telling you my experience and telling you how I think and the best ways from my perspective that you could do it or you could try. Because, again, once you start, once you do it, I'm sure you will see that there were a lot better ways to do it than what I said. Or there were just ways that worked better for you that I never even said that you found yourself, or whatever. You know, whatever it may be, all I'm gonna leave you with is to go out there and start. Have a wonderful day.